ass face. What you gawking at? Faggots! Shit! Go, 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 go! Fuck you!
Hello film lovers, Zach here, and today's wild flick from the shelf is 2004's Mysterious Skin, based on Scott Himes' novel, and written for the screen, directed, and edited by legendary queer cinema auteur, Gregg Araki. Set in Kansas in the 80s and 90s, the film tracks the experiences, dreams, and musings of two young men who both suffered sexual abuse as children, at the hands of the same baseball coach. The film has been highlighted by notable psychologists as a very accurate depiction of the different ways developing boys deal with sexual trauma. This is something the film achieves through contrasting its protagonists Neil and Brian. Neil is played by Joseph Gordon-Levitt, making a strong and conscious attempt to break with his child star persona of the time.
Jesus, check out that Jackson. Love it.
Ew. Are you joking?
I'd fuck him for free. Please turn all foul balls to the press box. Thank you. You don't think Jackson's hot?
His character holds on to the traumatic experience as a validation of his homosexuality, and initially copes by interpreting the act as love he tries to recreate, or perhaps cheapen for himself, as a male prostitute.
Some people might think it's fucked up, or terrible, or whatever, but what happened that summer, it's a huge part of me.
Brian, meanwhile, portrayed by Brady Corbett, seems to embody asexuality and has repressed the incident with an elaborate, detailed alien abduction narrative.
Your subconscious is where all your memories are buried. For you, me, people like us, almost every single thing we do stems from our being abducted.
With no help from aloof and absent parents, the men eventually begin searching for each other in an attempt to put the pieces together and work through the past with someone who understands. Araki uses the cinematic form in a lot of intriguing ways to acquaint us intimately with the thoughts and feelings of these characters. Voiceover is consistent, and the childhood memories are shot from low angles, giving everything a looming, alien quality. Araki also has an affinity for direct, confrontational close-ups. The film introduced me to neoclassical composer Harold Budd, who's been an important part of my study and work playlists ever since. His shoegaze sound contributes greatly to the film's dreamy, ethereal qualities, which is an atmosphere that's a nice juxtaposition to the heavy themes. On that note, I do feel it is important to mention that the film is unsparing in depicting its subject matter. There is graphic sexual language and content here that may make some uncomfortable. It can be a very disturbing look at how abusers manipulate children's trust and need for acceptance, as well as the lasting psychological repercussions for the victim. It is for these same reasons that I think the film is so vital, but just know your personal relationship with and tolerance of this kind of material. The cut you watch will also have a bearing on this. Until recently, the most commonly distributed cut was the 99-minute version, and not Strand Releasing's 104-minute unrated cut, which is what I'm working from here. Criterion has recently added this and two of Araki's other foundational films to their channel, which is a great place to check them out. You can also rent or buy this version on YouTube and Apple Movies, if $30 to $60 for a DVD is insane to you. So if you can stomach the subject matter and its refreshingly, perhaps importantly, blunt presentation, this really is an atmospheric, unique, and engrossing film. If you do take the plunge, I hope it speaks to you as well. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, and I'll see you next Friday with an unconventional family film from an unexpected director. Take care.
I hear something. It's the voice of God.
I hear him. I hear him.